The dream face! The dream face is real!
He's so cool.
So, as we all know, the 2022 mob vote is coming out. And since more players than ever are going to be able to vote through Minecraft itself, I thought it was a good idea to gather as much information about each of the potential mobs. If any more information comes out about these mobs, I'll make sure to create a follow-up video before October 14th, so that we can all make the most informed decision. Without further ado, let's check out the mobs. The Sniffer is an extinct dinosaur-like mob that can be found in a chest of ocean ruins in the form of an egg. And when you place them down on land, the egg will eventually hatch into a baby Sniffer. The baby Sniffer apparently functions the same as the grown-up Sniffer, and the ability they possess allows them to dig up seeds that have gone extinct, basically giving the player new plants to have. Now, the description of the Sniffer trailer did confirm that these plants would only be decorative plants and not new farm plants like tomatoes. This is speculation, but the Sniffer may be able to dig up all types of seeds if it were fully implemented, which would be great for farms that want to gather as many seeds as possible. Now let's move on to the Cave Dweller. The Rascal is a goblin-like creature that dwells in mines, most likely in mine shafts. It likes to play hide and seek with the player, so if the player can find the Rascal 3 times, the Rascal will reward the player with a unique item. Yes, Devs did confirm that the Rascal will give you unique rewards other than an enchanted iron pickaxe that was shown in the trailer. The Rascal feels like something that can be farmed for loot, just by making a large flat enclosure to keep it in, which make it easy to get enchanted items. The Rascal is going to be found below y=0, which puts into question how the loot will be, because Deep Slate is supposed to separate the noobs from the pros, so it being down in Deep Slate makes me lean towards mid-game loot, possibly a bit less than the loot that's found in the ancient city. Okay, so now let's go toward the Tuff statue. The Tuff Golem is a new Golem type mob that can be made by the player using Tuff, a carved pumpkin, and a wool block. The wool block actually changes the color of the scarf that the Tuff Golem will use to hold your items, which means that there are 16 different scarf colors. So how the Tuff Golem works is that it will awaken from being a statue, walk around looking for an item to hold, and then after grabbing that item and wandering around with the item, showing it off to anyone in the area, it will return to where it was created and become a statue holding your item. This can be used to display your items in a special way, and can give us statues like what the Copper Golem was going to become after being oxidized. Now, since everyone's going to wonder what I think on the matter, I'll go through what I view each mob as. So for the Sniffer, this one is my least favorite because its use of ancient decorative plants isn't really appealing to me. The core plants have never really been for me, and even though it's a dinosaur, what it looks like doesn't matter as much as what it will do. Basically, if the mob's use is useless to me, then the mob is useless to me. For the Rascal, I think this one is tied with the Tuff Golem for me, because I actually like the stuff that it will give me, and there's a fun game attached to it. The only thing holding it back for me is that the stuff it gives me would stop being useful once I'm really invested into the world, so that's a downside. And for the Tuff Golem, this is the one I'm voting for, and that's because it has a universal use. What I mean by that is that the Tuff Golem's ability to hold your items as a statue can be used at any point in the game. It can be used to show off some special thing I got in the beginning of my world, it can be used to show off an Echo Shard I got from conquering the ancient city, and it can even showcase my Elytra from the end of the game. So that's why I feel that it's the best mob out of these 3. Now, this last point is completely my own and should not have any bearing on how you think, but I'm also voting for the Tuff Golem because I'm starting to notice a pattern that the last mob vote also had a Golem in it, so this may mean that someone from merging wants more Golems in the game, and this leads me to believe that if the Tuff Golem wins this time, we will get 3 new mobs for the next mob vote, and not just 2 different mobs and a new Golem. Also, Tuff Golem avenges my son, okay bye!